Stay with me to the end, because I'll share how single parrot species that can't fly properly is having a baby boom, whilst most TV news quietly stops talking about the climate crisis. So, coming in at number 10, climate news is shifting to video. This is relevant to media and marketing leaders, and they must track where climate stories are now live and how brands are framed in new video-first channels. Climate journalism is moving rapidly into podcast and video formats as traditional TV and newsroom climate teams are downsized, with new independent shows stepping in to fill the gap. Number 9, greenwash and net zero language under fire. This is relevant to any consumer brands, and really anyone really, of large brands facing legal and reputational risk if net zero claims are not backed by robust evidence. Regulators and NGOs in Europe are forcing brands like Shein to drop or qualify net zero claims that are not backed by credible science-based reductions, with courts supporting action against misleading climate marketing. Coming at number 8, ESG and climate alliances are being politically attacked. This is relevant to global companies that need to be stress tested, collaborations and alliances that could be caught in the political US crossfire. Republican attorney generals in the US are targeting core sustainability platforms such as SBTI, CDP and packaging pacts, arguing that voluntary standards and collaboration are anti-competitive, though legal experts say the antitrust case is weak. Number 7, don't over-rely on policy. Build business case resilience. So this is for transition plans that must stack up commercially, even if policies are reversed or delayed. Sustainability leaders warn that the Trump administration's rapid rollback of environmental rules shows how quickly decades of policy can vanish. So companies need strategies that stand on customer demand, cost savings and risk reduction, not just regulation. Number 6, net zero and climate policy remain popular with the public. This is relevant for businesses that can stay confident on net zero messaging despite noisy political pushback. UK polling still shows a strong majority supporting the 2050 net zero target, with opposition concentrated in a relatively small vocal segment of the electorate. Number 5, climate policy. Greenlash is elite driven, not customer driven. This means that brands should not overcorrect their climate positioning based on elite media narratives alone. Researchers find that most of the backlash against green policies is coming from political and media elites, while mainstream consumers still broadly favour clean energy and climate action, even if they worry about near-term costs. Number 4, carbon markets and offsets face fundamental integrity challenges. This is really relevant to any net zero buyers. So leaders should prioritise real emission cuts and treat offsets as a small, high integrity last resort. A new review concludes many offset-based market mechanisms suffer from chronic overcrediting, non-additionality, leakage and permanent risks that are structural, not just teething problems. ETS revenues could be the competitiveness lever, not the enemy. This is relevant to all large emitters, energy-intensive food and beverage clients. So companies ready with credible projects can tap recycled carbon revenues to de-risk decarbonisation. EU debates on weakening the emissions trading system risk handing a free pass to fossil fuels, while experts argue the smarter move is to keep a robust carbon price and recycle through roughly 40 billion euros a year of ETS revenues into targeted support for genuinely exposed industries. Corporate standards, SBTI and reporting rules are tightening. So this is relevant to all clients, food and beverage, media, and really anyone. So larger firms will soon need auditable targets plans and data that stand up to investor and regulator scrutiny. The Science Based Targets Initiative has launched a validation portal to standardise and digitise target setting, while the UK has published sustainability reporting standards aligned with the IFRS S1-S2, signalling more rigorous, comparable climate disclosure ahead. And number one, the most talked about in the news this week, is that market forces are still driving record renewables growth. This is relevant to anyone in the energy transition. And it's increasingly about cost and competitiveness, not just compliance or ethics. In the US, renewables hit record generation in 2025, even as federal policy favoured fossil fuels. Because wind, solar and storage are now often the cheapest new capacity, with over 90% of upcoming new generation expected from clean sources. So, the end. Top 3 mind-blowing environmental facts from normal news. Mind-blowing fact number 1. A single light flightless parrot, the kakapo, has gone from just 51 known birds in the 1990s to more than 200 today, with one season producing roughly 240 eggs, thanks to intensive conservation. Mind-blowing fact number 2. Since 1970, the freeze-free growing season across 173 US cities has lengthened by 21 days on average, effectively adding 3 extra weeks of pollen and allergy misery to everyday life. Mind-blowing fact number 3. In the same year that US TV networks cut climate coverage by about 35%, the country still suffered 23 separate billion-dollar weather disasters, showing how extreme events are surging even as coverage shrinks. So, I'm looking for business leaders and sustainability experts that want to join our network. DM me or comment to learn more. And apologies for a few of the mistakes this time. Anyway, thanks for watching, and do let me know if you think I can improve or do anything more.